Hey everyone, this is Howard. It is March 21st. Congratulations, we made it the second day of spring, and it's about 3:20 after 3 here in Los Angeles. Beautiful outside. I want to talk about a concept, a line I read from The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, and he says that death cannot rob him if he be immortal. Now, he's not talking about immortal in the sense like vampires, at least I don't think so. But what he talks about immortal is more of spirit. Now, here's something I want to elaborate on too: is we being spiritual beings having a human experience, and we've heard of this triad or the the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, mind, body, and spirit. We have our mental, emotional, intellectual selves, and there's that key three things, which is mind, body, and spirit. Now, when we are in human form, and we think that it is I who has to do all of the work. We get so overwhelmed and exhausted so quickly, don't we? And eventually we run into maybe bouts of depression or frustration or anger because it is not the I, so you think, that can't figure something else. I just can't seem to wrap my mind around this. I can't seem to get around this wall. I'm just so limited, right? Now, I want to ask you a question to ask yourself is who is this I? Now think about that. What is or who is this I that we're always relating with? And is it a voice? Is it a mind? Where is this I coming from? And kind of starts to boggle your mind a little bit, huh? Now, this I, in essence, it's definitely not the body, which seers and ancient mystics from the past, not even so ancient, but mystics from the past, have talking about that the I is not the body. We are not our body. Our body is more of this thing that the I channels itself through so we can do work of spirit, of God, or the universe. And staying on track here with the mind, the body, and the spirit. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you want to be immortal, like what Ernest Holmes was talking about, is to come from that place of spirit. Because when you're in the body can get exhausted. It's a physical form that can only perform actions so long with its muscles, right? Before it gets exhausted and tired and shuts down. But spirit is this infinite energy. The energy itself cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, right? It moves in form, through form, and out of form. It's something that cannot be exhausted. There's just an infinite supply of this. And if you look to so many great, successful people in the past, many of the great leaders, even in sports, now there was something that came from them that was way above, out of their body. Albert Einstein, um, track runners. I forget the name of a sprinter who was just at the top of his line. There was even the guy, I forget his name, who broke the 4 minute mile, which set the precedence for so many other people to break the 4 minute mile, right? Well, to break out of that, he had to go beyond his body because at that time he broke the 4 minute mile. Scientists had proven facts and track records of, look, this is what the body is capable of, and it cannot physically go beyond this point. But he did it. What was it? It wasn't the body. And there's the movie Secretariat, right, with the horse. Now that horse had pushed itself and pushed itself. If you hadn't seen the movie, great movie. For those of you who are hesitant towards watching it, I was too, but I'm definitely into watching inspirational movies. And when more than one person had told me that it's a must see, it's not just for kids, I watched it and it was a great movie. But this horse himself definitely had to go beyond the body. He was pushing himself beyond limits. Now, what were those limits? Limits of the body and limits of the mind as well. And we all know horses are highly intelligent um, beings too. So, with what you want to do, get out of your body and get into spirit. Now, where does the mind play into this? The mind, body, and spirit, three parts, all of the same coin, right? It's like having two sides. You have a head and you have a tail, but it's the same coin. Well, three different parts of the same embodiment of God, so to speak, or the universe, whatever you want to label it, source. And it's not that they're separate, they're all the same. They all have different functions. So spirit is the consciousness, it's the self-knowing part. Then you have the mind, which is full of information. Now they say the universal mind has recorded every experience since the beginning of time. Anytime we think, we impress upon this universal mind, and we as human beings are individualized parts of that human mind. You've probably heard me talk about this in other blogs, right? And then there's the body, the physical form, to which we is the reality. This is what's realized, which becomes physical or manifested, is the body. And now again, the body only has, it's limited in itself, but spirit is not. So think from spirit. Be in spirit and achieving whatever goal you want to. When you have a thought, when you have a belief, when you have an idea, ask, put it out to the universe, know that it's already done, right? But don't think in terms of relativity, as in, well, if it's possible or not possible, but in terms of absolute, meaning, well, there's an infinite mind, infinite creation. It's definitely possible. I've seen it happen before. I don't know how, but I'm putting in the absolute for it to be created for me. Be in spirit and you'll go much further. I'm going to end there. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and leave a comment below. Go to my website, opt in for your 7 preeminent steps for purposeful action that will help you be more purposeful in how you think, how you act to get more results that you want. And then the rest you leave in the hands of God to create however it's supposed to be created. Again, a lot of times we can ask, we don't necessarily get what we want, but we get what we need. So remember that as well. Okay, leave your comments below. Go to my website, howardcramptonjr.com. Opt in for your 7 preeminent steps for purposeful action. And then after you read that, sign up, register for your complimentary 30-minute consultation with me, and let's figure out how we can get you on the path that you want to go. If you're not there already. If you are there already, let's figure out how to be more purposeful while you're here. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.